Very good. So the streaming was started and we should be able to be seen live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So it'll be recorded in YouTube and you can go to that one later. So I can see 67, 68. Not everyone is active. We need to see more of you coming on this one. Now the code is again, Mahmoud sent it in the chat, which this one, from your mobile, from anything, you just go there, you click on it, you should be able to come. Some will start today. It's almost getting to equal. Only 20 did not do. That's okay. You will get chance to practice today, and I will go slow, very slow today, and take you through that steps. We'll repeat something from what we have done before, because as I said, this is a skill that require practice. It's not a theory thing that we can talk and talk and talk and talk without practicing. No, we have to practice it. And to practice it, we need to spend time on it, for sure. So if you spend time practice, it becomes easy, very easy becomes. And you can do that. Okay, I'll move ahead. I know the numbers is going up. This is good, but we'll move ahead. You still can join and continue. Was this should is step by step useful? Okay, was it useful? Now it's not really difficult to create, by the way. I just came back yesterday from Dubai because I had a long day in Dubai, and came back to Al Ain and was sitting, and I did that one. It just takes time to do it. Yeah. Now I saw a message from one of our friends saying, "Can we make it in Arabic?" Yes, we can, but I need some volunteers. If one of you wanted really to do it in Arabic translated, I will send you the file. It's a PowerPoint presentation, but done a little bit different from the normal presentation. I'll send it to you, and please help. So that will help if you can translate it. There's not that much text in it because it's just steps to go through. But you need to think of those steps, not just follow the steps without knowing what it is. So think about it, look at the parameters you're entering, and write some note. Things like that will help you with that. I'm glad to see that it's useful, and I will continue creating it. I think you will need it more at the beginning, because these skills we're doing, we will repeat it again and again and again. So become easier later. At the beginning, you need some tools like this that may help you. For those who like this type of tools, okay? The 19 I'm not sure if it's useful because it doesn't have enough information. I agree with that. So it become a different thing if I add additional information there, but that could be one of the reasons why you think it was somehow useful. And there are 3 said no at all because I think they find it just, it doesn't help. Good, thank you for that. But most of you seem to like it, so we will continue doing it, and we'll find other things that can help the other group of people. Did you attend yesterday's session? Why I'm asking that, I want to see those who did not, who coming first time. So those who coming first time, they will need some revision, and everybody will need some revision. So we'll do that revision and get you started. So we have some who are new. Okay. While people continue, did you watch the recording? Yeah, okay. No is going higher. Yeah, so are you planning to watch the recording? Are you finding it useful? That's the second question that we should come with, but I didn't add that one. But if you didn't watch it, that you don't know. If you watch it, you will tell us if it was useful or not useful. One challenge with it is too long. Watching 2 hours is too long. So I came with a solution. Hopefully I came with a solution. I will show you what I have done to help you watch that long video, which we will look at it now. Okay. So what did you like the most about yesterday's session? This is just, you write what you think was the most useful thing you liked, so we can focus on it and repeat it. And later we'll ask you a question about things that you think was not working well, and we will work on it as well. How bubble works, it looks good. It was something new, okay, good. Creating something in our own, this is good. The step-by-step process end of the recording, the speed or theme, that's good. The pace of the delivery, which I expected that an issue. I was a little bit maybe fast for some people. The making of the app, very good. Data, I didn't attend, okay. The conditions, yeah, conditions is good, but we didn't do enough conditions yesterday. How will you explain? Oh, thank you very much on that. Bubble, everything, good chance to study something new. Yes, this is great, and continue, please. Creating Bubble IO, it was interesting. The session was informative. It gave USA really useful info about Bubble. You gave us, yeah, not USA, it's us. The new Bubble that you introduced to us, good. Good teaching, simple and straightforward, practical. These are some of the things that you liked. The more of it, the 5 pages of this, which I can see. Generally, you like the tool. Seeing that the way I explained was useful, easy to understand. I like that one. Of course, when you have large number of audience like us now, people will have different background, different skills, different experience. So each one will need his or her own way to get there. We will try to adjust to all this with different ways, but you need to be patient sometimes. If I'm very slow, I'm very slow because I want others to really get on board, or are maybe first time doing programming, and we want them to do coding or programming or developing apps, because some of them have great ideas, and if they appreciate it, they will do some great things. And some new young people who are really fast and quick with the technology, and they can do that. That's what we're looking for. We have many. If I ask for the ages, you will be surprised to see the ages we have. I know so many schools with us, and this is really great because we want to promote that one. And we have all different levels. So these are all really good. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm interested more in the things that didn't work or need improvement. What should we improve in the next sessions? This one and the next session. Just be honest, because here we want to really to improve. There are things we need to improve. Go slow. It's good. I can see it again. It was too fast. Yes, agree with that. Okay. Could you go a bit slower? Yes, I will go. Okay. We are so fast with no practice. Agree with that. And you can slow down, slow down, slow down, more practice. Go slow. Hands-on practice, yes. Go slow everywhere. I love it. Fast at all. I loved it. Not fast at all. Okay, that's your opinion. Very good. Thank you for that. More slow as yesterday. Okay. Slow is the key here. Hamad, you need to slow. But don't get the people who are really excited to be bored. So I have to find a way to get those people to go at their own speed. Okay, let's see if I am successful with this. So thank you for that. Now, I said I did something for the video. Now, maybe you received an email. I think you should have received an email talking about our community portal. I gave you a username or password if this is your first time. community portal is this one. Mahmoud, can you put this one in the chat, the link? This is our community portal where we put our courses. Thank you. And you will get the certificate through this one. It will be a digital certificate with authentication, and people can verify it to do that. So when you go to our portal, if you're coming for the first time, and I think there is 1,000 of the group here coming for the first time when I was uploading the data. Those who register just in 1 hour time, they will not have access to this one. So they have to create their own account. So if you get into this portal, you will find somewhere here, we have this no bubble code, and you go there, you will find the course happening. Something is taking time. Yeah, okay, so I'm logged out. When you come in, you can log in using the username and password we sent you. If you didn't receive it, you need to create an account. Of course, you will not be able to log in. So you create an account. For me, I already have an account, so I will log in there. And then once I log in, I'll be able to go into the course, which we are going to look at in a minute. It's taking some time, maybe. Yeah, anyway, I'll go through that. While you do that, let me see if I can see something different than slow down. It was hard to remember all things. Yes, in the first time. Synchronized explanation practice, very good. I'll do that. I would like some written quick steps. I sent you those written quick steps today in the morning, but some of you may be registered after that one. I will show you where you can access it, and we will be creating those written steps if it can help. I need to slow down. Yeah, need to slow down. You're right. Now this one is taking longer time to log in. I think something with the server. We'll look at that. Okay. When this one gets back, I think there's an issue with it now. I don't know what that issue exactly, but we will see. Okay, so what we will do today, we will practice what we have done yesterday. So I will do similar thing. We will create a new app, which is the same app, just a revision. Show you how we do that. And then we will add a header, and we will ask you to do the same. Yeah. So let me go to Bubble. Is this issue with me or with everyone?
Doctor, are you sharing the screen or still?
Oh, okay, I will share screen a second. Just let me go there. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I am here. This one, which account? So last time we created, I went just to bubble.io again, bubble.io. That's we are. If you are the first time coming, you can click on the menu and click on my bubble, my apps. Yeah. And then you go scroll down, you'll find somewhere, you will find a new app. So I'm going to create a new app today. Okay, my note app 2. I'm just giving it a different name. And we will say, I will say other. So you just give it a name, selected what kind of app. You can look at all this. If you know what is CRM, customer relation management, you can building blocks, you can do a dashboard for some data. There's so many types of, the one I'll go for now is just other, okay? So other, and then description, I don't need. Is it a customer facing? I will say yes, customer facing, because that will help me later to get people to register in my app, I create some payment and the thing, maybe. Yeah, let's say customer facing. Yeah, And what, again, I need to do, is it for what purpose I'm creating this one? What I want to do with this app? Is it something that a new business I'm thinking of? Is it testing an idea? What it is, yeah? So we'll go here and I'll click on create a new app. Now it's saying to me, this name is already taken because someone of you was faster than me, maybe. So I'll add to it Hamad. Nobody will have this name, hopefully. Because the name has to be unique. But as I said last time, even if you come with any name now, later you can host it using the name that you like to have. Here, there are some steps I can go through to create my app. So let's try it. Last time we skipped that one. We will try it this time. Let's get started. Now it will ask you what is the name of your app. So do you want to change the name? You can change the name. So this is the name that you wanted to say. Okay, go to the next step. Language you want to use. You have all the languages, Arabic, English, everything, yeah? So leave it English now, and we'll go to the next step. Now this is the logo. Do you want to change the logo? You can change the logo. You click on it, find another logo you have. I have an app I created some time ago called Map to Code. I'll just use that logo for now. So basically I clicked, I went into my files, I found the logo, and I used that logo, yeah? It's an image. So then it comes there. Then, okay, next step. Now it asks me, do you want to install any plugin? I don't want to install any plugin now. This I will do later. Saying, okay, go to. Now, do I have any API I want to connect to? We're still too early. We will discuss the APIs later. So we'll go to that. So go to the last step. And now we are ready to work on our application. Okay? And that's it. So it will give you a tour to know the application. I'm not going through that tour. I'll just stop there. Let me see if the community portal is able to open. Mahmoud, are you able to open this community portal server?
No, doctor, it's not responding.
Ask Jean. I think Jean was talking to these people who.
Okay, we will check this.
I noticed today it had some issue. Yeah, it's here, but oh, it's there. No, good. Let me just stop there. We created that. Let me show you the content we have. So if you go there in community portal, using the username and password that we sent you, we will check with the hosting company what's going on. You will find the course here. And the course is structured in 4 modules. This is the introduction we're doing today. And we will be doing all these things during the week because this module is the biggest one. So we have explained what is no code. We had a simple app. We added some fields in the database. We created pop-up there. We tested the app. Then we will be creating a new data table today or data type today. We will be using something called repeated group. We'll do today. We will edit a current record. We will delete the second current record. We will group elements. These are things we will do in this first module. It's more about the creation. Now, the video we recorded last time is here, but I did it in a way, I used something called H5P. If you know H5P, it's really a great tool created by MIT to help teachers create engaging content. So if you open that one, when it opens, you will find a table of content in the video. And the table of content will tell you here in this section, we're creating a pop-up. In this one, we're creating a database. So you can jump to different places in the video based on what's going on. So that here is the video coming now. It's a little bit slow today and unusual to be that slow, but something. Okay, so this is the video. the recording. You click here, you can see there is a table of content. So here I'm talking about create a new app. If you click on it, it will jump to the section.
Just please lower
that
your
shows
hand.
how creating. So this way maybe will help you go into the video in the location that you want to have. And this, if you run it later, you'll find it should be working great. So here you can jump
And
to,
you can
the
see I
different
have
sections.
welcome everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where it is. So you will find it on the main page of our community portal, and you click on it, it will take you into the course with all the structures of things that we need to discuss. Let's come back to our app. So what we did now, we created a new app. Let me pause and stop sharing. I want you to create a new app. It's the same one we're going to do, but let's create it again with the same process we did. And I will ask you a question: who created it? Who did not create it? Okay. When you finish, you tell me. So I'm stopped there. I want you now to create the app. Let me go back into my AHA slide. Where is my AHA slide? Here, AHA slide. And see if you, I'll ask you a question there if you created the app. Okay, session one. You don't see my screen because I'm not planning to share screen at the moment. I'll share it later. So we will add a new slide. Created. Yeah, I will ask you these two questions, yes and no. We'll see if you are, when you're done, very good. I can see 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 11. Oh, very good. So many have created. There are only 3 who answered no. Go and create it. Those who say no, go through the process and create it. If you don't know how to create it, ask me a questions. On the phone, it says there if you want. So let me see the questions that some of you are asking here. I'll give you, as I said, 5 minutes to create the app. Create it in 5 minutes. I have replay the recording and practice. Okay, very good. Okay, sir, can we export project to Google? Yes, you can. Not export. There's a way you can deploy it to Google Play and iOS or Google or Apple Store. Yes, we will do this one at the end. It's in the last module we have. Will I benefit from this course if I missed yesterday? Yes, because I'm repeating what we did yesterday. The only missing part is what is bubble, or why we need no code, how no code work compared to coding, what are the different components that we have in bubble, or we spoke about plugins, we spoke about API, we spoke about integrations and things like that. These things you will miss. You are not sharing your screen. Yes, I am not sharing my screen. I was sharing. Share how, because if I share screen, those of you who are working now on creating their app, their screen will become full of my screen, and then they'll get confused. How do you add the name? I will do that one. How to add the name to the header. We will do that one again. When I sign out, I am not able to sign in again. To where? To Zoom. You should be able to sign again to Zoom. To Bubble, yes, you can. Anywhere you can, unless you are trying to use a different username and password. This YouTube channel for Edu, yes, I don't know. Is this our YouTube channel? I can't click on it here. Our YouTube channel has everything that says, could you please, Mahmoud, put our YouTube channel there for both the Edu Connect and for the normal channel. couldn't find the recording was on the channel, which Mahmoud will be posting in the chat. I missed a lot of things trying to catch up with you. Now, you will not miss, inshallah. Today, we will go again and again and do it. Sir, how to copy the pop-up and paste it another one? I'll do that one, inshallah, if I remember. I didn't find the recording. You will get now the link. Can we get, I sent it also by email, unless you're not reading email. Challenge with some of the participants, they register, they use the wrong, I'm not saying this is you, but some of people, they register, use the wrong email. They just come with any email. You will not get the link to the session. You will not get all the information. You have to provide an email so we can reach you and give you the things you need.
Doctor,
Yeah.
can we add Dr. Rafiq as a panelist, please? You want to speak?
Yes.
You want to speak?
He want to speak. Okay, I'll give him a chance to speak in a second. He doesn't have to be panelist. I'll just allow him. Did he raise his hand?
Yes, he's already there. Last one.
Rafiq, huh? I should allow you. Let me give you now the options as a co-host so you can allow him to speak. Now, Mahmoud, if you just click there and allow him to speak.
Yes.
I have also Saeed is here. We didn't remove you, Saeed.
السلام عليكم دكتور حمد.
يا سلام ورحمة الله. كيف الحال؟
يعطيك الف العافيه، والله نشكرك على هالانيشيتيف. It's an excellent one وصراحه يعني very much appreciated. I have a question, doctor. I started the app, but the title is not accepted. Yeah. I wrote with capital M and E, and it doesn't accept. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I didn't see your screen because you are not panelist. You are just you are not panelist. We need to promote you. Now I know it might not work. The name you selected come with another name because that name is already taken by someone else.
No. What it says, doctor, here it says, "Oops, names can only contain lowercase letters, numbers, and hyphens."
Exactly. So you follow that one. Follow whatever the instructions there.
I don't have. I have letters, but I don't have numbers and hyphens.
You don't need to have numbers. You don't need to have numbers. They're saying these are what is accepted. If you want to come with something of this is fine. So you don't have to come with number. Yeah. So
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. Shukran, doctor. Thank you.
So you should not have space in the name. You should not use special characters in the name. You should have not have numbers. Or also the name should not have been used by someone else. Now the name is not important. You can give it any name because as I said later, when you register it officially with the domain name, you can come with the domain name that match your business need.
And if I'm Dr. Hamad, sorry to interrupt. If I'm using it for my students or any other students, should I write customer facing or internal?
For your student, you can use it internal. It's not customer facing. Yeah.
And from outside, the students who would like to come.
Yeah, then you need to say external. If you have people from outside, you can use it. It doesn't make any difference. This is just an obligation from your side. If you tell them I'll use it with internal, you have to use it with internal for sure. If you want to add people who are outside your team, your organization, just name it external. So they know your app is facing external people as well.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hamad. Appreciate it.
Okay, so now I assume that you are done with creating your app and you are at the level that I expect you to be at. Let me go back to my page, share screen. Now I'm in my bubble. So I expect you to be in this level. So you have your app. Now what we want to do again, I want to delete everything here again, just to go through that process, or not really everything. Oh, so many beautiful things we can use later, but let's delete everything. So what you do, you click anywhere, you do Control A, and select all of it, and then you press delete. Now it's all done, yeah? So you come with empty one. Now, let's add a header now. What is the header? The header is usually on the top of the page. If you look at any website, yeah, any website. Let's take our ADU website, or any website. It always have a header thing on the top that is repeated on every page because it has the main menu, has the thing. And then down, it has a footer there, has some information about the company, like contact information, how to call them, the Facebook, social media link, and also some addresses and information. This is the footer. Most modern web pages are done this way. So you have a header and you have a footer there. So how we can add a header? If you go back here, to add a header, the header, we call it something reusable content. Why they call it reusable? Because you can use it on multiple pages. It's reusable content. Now we see some hands up. So where to find it? You need to scroll down and you'll find here header. You click on it, then you add it. Now I think those who did the tutorial have done this one. So this brings us the header there on the top of the page. Okay, so this is something we did last time. Now you want to test your app now, you can click on preview. It will open the test and your app is working. Now you can log in, click here. You cannot log in because you have no account there. You have to sign up first. So come with an email and then sign up with that email. So I'll just put this email, I put a password, anything, not literally anything I can remember. Okay, then I sign in. So this page is now working. It has a header, has sign in, it has also log out. So I can log out. Now, my question to you, you practice it now. Do what I did. Delete everything, go down, add a header to your page. I give you 5 minutes to do that. And then run it using the preview and create an account and log in. While doing this, I'll answer some of the questions that we have. I have some of you raising their hand. I'll give them chance to speak. Fathi, you can speak. Mr. Fathi Tahir, you need to unmute your microphone if you want to speak. If you don't, then you don't. You don't know how to unmute. Okay, I'll send you a message to unmute. Sometimes the user don't know where to click the unmute. First time in Zoom that you sometimes get that problem. Arham. Good, Arham. You managed to unmute quickly. Yes, Arham, what's your question? You are on mute. Okay, sorry for that. Okay. Arham, you can't. I think I have Mahmoud Al-Sayed. You can unmute your microphone and speak if you want. Okay.
Hello, doctor. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good, amazing. I like this. Really. I am with you from yesterday.
Oh, very good.
And I remember everything, alhamdulillah. There is something in the last, but
Yeah.
I am try to fix it yesterday. And with you, inshallah, today I will fix it. I will be perfect, inshallah.
Inshallah, barakallah feek.
Appreciate, barakallah feek. Thank you so much. Amazing work.
Shukran.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Good. Do you have questions for me? Okay. Let me see now. These are the questions. Can we create a game? Yes and no. Yeah. Depends on what type of game. You can tactic game, strategy game, but not those games that graphic intensive games like this fighting, shooting, and jumping. I don't think we need to watch the recording if we didn't need. Yeah, you didn't need. You just watch it when you need to watch it. Yeah, of course. It was a lot of lots of things. I agree. You are not sharing screen that time. Maybe we cannot see anything. Please share screen that time. Yeah. Sir, I have glitch. Muhammad Hafiz, Muhammad Hafiz glitch, and it's showing up with an R can show you. Okay. We'll see, Muhammad Hafiz, how we can help with this one. Okay, let's go back. And how many of you completed the this one? I think good number, hopefully completed. I'll ask you this question later. Let me share screen and we continue. Now we need to do something different from what we did yesterday. Yeah, we're not going to just keep repeating what we did yesterday. So what I'm going to ask you to do, let me just take this jacket out and then we can. Good. Now we will do something interesting now. We need to create the note. Let me show you something before I show you what I need to do. Let me go to the Bubble account, my own Bubble account. Let me sign. I'm not sharing screen. I know I will share screen in a second. Just give me some time to show you. I want you to see the application that we are going to create. Yeah. So you have a good understanding of what we're going to create, and maybe you will appreciate it. Okay, back to Zoom, share screen. Now this is my other account, which I have number of apps that I created here. One of it I created just for you to see what we are going to build at the end. So you see the almost complete solution. It's not really a complete solution. There is a new upgrade happening. I'm not going to that upgrade now. Okay, it's just it's not the full one, but it's around maybe 70% of what we want to do. But it's good to see something running live. Now this is the code we have. This application I have. Let me log out first, and this one is being updated because the update. I will. It keeps telling me that I have to update. Let me sign in now. So again, remember that password. This is the same thing we're going to create, inshallah, today, and you will see it. So basically, when you go there, you get, I log in with my name. I send you the address. I think if I send you this one, let me put it in the chat. You can start playing with it and creating your own notes in my application. Remember, this is just a test application. I didn't deploy it yet. I will deploy it later so you can get an idea. So it's in the chat. Now, when you get there, don't go to that one. See me first, and then go and test it. Now, you can see I have some notes I added, including one. It has a video here. If
Welcome
I
to
play
this video. And
this video there, I can edit it. If I click, I get a window like this one. So I can add any information to it. I can add an image. It's a normal editors, okay? So I'll say this video explains how to program in Python. Is it Python or? Okay, so I added this one, and you can see it's just added there. This is a note I added. I can search for it. Which one has the no code? Once I do, it will go into my note, regardless of how many, and show me just only the one that has no code. I can add a new note if I want. I call it my third note, okay? And then I can write anything here, add an image. If I have an image, it go to my computer, get the image. This is our new canvas, and there, and it's added there. Yeah, of course, I could have done enter to bring this one down and get the image coming the second line. Yeah, I could have highlighted this one, whatever I want to do. So this is a note we're going to create. So we'll create something like this one. So you can add your note, you can edit your note anytime you want to do, and you can work on this one. Now, if you want to go to my app, which I put in the chat, and test it, try to test it, and you will see it will be working fine. Now, what's missing here, I will be able later to share it with other users. And the good thing, this note is private to everyone. Everyone goes there, he or she has his or her note. Nobody knows about it, unless later I'll add an icon here to share it with specific people. So those people will have the same note. I give them right to edit it, only view it to do. And this can be used by student in the class. They take their note and organize it here. They can add a hyperlink to it, to something else. They watch a video, they want to add it here, so they can do a revision later on that video, and so many things we can do with this. This is very simple application that we can create. So we're going to create the same one, which you can see it has many of the components of social media, of note, of thing like that. So, are you excited about this one? Tell me, are you? Now yeah, that's good. I can see many of you. Good, that's good. Let's now go and build it, okay? Together. Now, we'll not build the whole thing in one day. We can. It took, I did this one in between things, so it can be done. Why? Because I practice. I know now this, I know it by heart. In fact, my background is into computer-generated code. So when I did my PhD, I created simulation modeling for people who are not really technical IT. They can build a model of a factory process, and then that model will generate for them code in Java. That time, long time, Java was new at that time. And then they can add some additional things to it like that. So think related to that. So code generation and automation and those things are something I know, but again, trust me, you will be doing the same thing if you practice. Now, things developed in a level, you don't need that expertise to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And you can do a lot. Okay, let me share screen instead of talking too much. And let's do what we supposed to do. Good. So now we are back here. So to do that, if you look at my note application, here is it. In this place, we have something called note. So the note has a title and has a body, title and body. So we need to create a data type. We need to go back to our bubble here, and we go to data. Yeah. In data, currently I have only one data type called user. See, this is user. So I have a user with email, modified date, and created date, and this. These are the 4 core components that any user must have. Last time we added full name, we added a photo. It's not important, we'll add it later. Let's focus now on creating the note and allowing the user to create his own note. So to do a note, we need another data type. So this is data type. So I need a new one, I'll call it note. I'll do this one, then I'll give you time to create it. So we'll say note, yeah, and I'll say create. Now, when I click note, it came, oops, you login expired, yeah, because I'm logging into 2 different accounts. I'm confusing our friend bubble. Let me close all this on the same browser, with 2 accounts on the same browser, so bubble became confused. Let's go back to bubble. And I will log out from this account and then log in with the other account. I'll share screen in a second. Now I am back to my account and now I'm sharing screen. Okay, so back to the app that we're working on. And what we said, we need to create a new data, okay, type. So I click on data. I create a new one called note because it didn't accept what I created because of confusion of the accounts. I click on create. Now, this is the note now table, which you are required to create the same one, but you need to do a few things before that. So it already have something called creator, the person who created it, modified date when it was modified. This is important record. When people change anything, you can go back and say this changed by X, Y, Z at that date. Created date and the slug. So these are the things that are there and you can add extra. So what we need to add 2 more things. We need a title for our note, because if you remember that one I shared with you, yeah, on the chat, it has a title. So we need to add a title. So click on, again, if I'm fast, sorry, click on new title, on new field, and you call it title. It doesn't have to be T uppercase, but this is the way I used to do it. And the type is a text. The title has to be a text. Now, if it is text, does it allow using numbers? Yes. Yeah, because the text will allow the numbers as well. So you can come with a title that has a number in it. Yeah, if you use text. Okay, so we created title. You notice those automatic created, they cannot be edited, but the one we created, we can edit it anytime. Let's add one more. We'll call it body, the body of the note. Yeah, and it will be again text. Now you'll ask me a question. You have a video there. How you added a video and image inside the text? Bubble will manage that one for you. Don't worry. If you use just text, and we will see how that video and image will come. Now, what I need you to do, I need you to do the same thing. Go to the data, create a node, and add body and text to it. This is 3 minutes work. You finish it, and then we'll come back. While you do that, I will look at some of the questions from the team. Okay, so this is good, great. There are two people are not excited about it. I don't know why you are not. No, I'm sure you have your reason, but you will be excited, inshallah. Sir, I can't find the create app. Why? Okay, that's a good question. I will share only for Ahmed Hussein to show him where he can find create app. If you click, let's share screen. If I am back into bubble, okay, I'll close this one, go back to bubble. If you are in bubble, click here on the menu, click on my apps, Ahmed, yeah? Click on it. Then you go down, you will find somewhere create new app. And if you're first time, you need to go a little bit far, you'll find something here somewhere. Create a new app. I hope you are able to find it. Okay, thank you. Please, can you repeat the user ID part? I will repeat hopefully. How should I log into Bubble? That's a good question. When you are there again, let me say I'm logged out to Bubble. Yeah, this is only for home. For Ali. Ali came today only. So you are in Bubble, usually get into this page, Bubble. You click on log in. You need to create a new account. You click on sign up. Okay. If you click on Google, it will use one of your Google account and sign you in. And that's what you need. Now, next time you come back, you click on log in. You don't need to click here because you just click on the Gmail, it will log you in. So use Gmail to subscribe to Bubble and log into Bubble. It's a better way to do it that way. I hope I answered your question. What app? Any app? As far as I can see, it feels like we're making a website. Yes, we're making a web app, but later you can convert it to iOS app. There is a plugin we need to download, and we will use that one to create the mobile app. Now, when you create any page, you can select native app, and that help you later with the conversion. I'll show you later when we get there. May you explain how to add data to pop-up? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll come to that one soon. Okay, the 2 minutes finished. And I think you created your database, hopefully. Okay, sorry, I can see some hands going up, but I'm not that much sure of these hands that are going up. I'll tell you why, because I get people to speak and they don't speak. They say, I know maybe it's a microphone issue, but we'll come to answering your question. Now let me share screen again. And we will go to our app. This is our app we created. Now, one thing now becoming common to the question asked by one of you, is it this mobile app or application app? In the past, before something called HTML5 came in and some sophisticated libraries, the web application and the mobile application were completely different. With HTML5, they became very similar. So you can do the same thing on the native, almost on the native app, on the web app. So the two are very, very similar to do. Now, back to the database. So I have now two data. One is the user, one is not. Now, we need to add new nodes. So let's do that one. How we can add a new node? We'll go back to the design. We need an icon here. People click on it. When they click on it, it will open a pop-up. the pop-up asks them to enter the title and the note, and then display it. Okay, that's what we will do. So we need a pop-up. Where is the pop-up? This is the pop-up. Now let's do the icon first, sorry. So we need an icon. These are the icons here. So I can add a small icon here. It will open for me a library of icons on the left. So I can say note, for example. So it shows me some of those similar to the note, like this one looks like a note. And I can later customize it, change the color and make it looks proper. But now it's okay. Just put it there. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want. That note. So this is a note here. The user will click on it. It will bring a pop-up. So we need a pop-up now to enter that. So where is it? We'll go to pop-up, and we will create a nice pop-up here. So what do we need to have in the pop-up? Don't tell me you are fast. This is the pop-up here. The name came pop-up A. We call it pop-up add a note. Yeah, let me just give it some name that sounds good, and I can find it. Now, this is not important, yeah? I can keep it pop-up A, but I need to remember what is pop-up A, okay? The good thing with bubble, which this is new, we didn't do last time. When you, I think we did, yeah, sorry. When you click on, you can change the name, that's good, but you can add a note here to explain what is this pop-up you use. So this is additional information, nothing to do with the program, but this will help other programmers. Yeah, this pop-up will help user add new. You can add those comments here, yeah, if you need, and this will help you later in the future when you come back and look at that note. But that's not important. Now we created a pop-up, we gave it a name. That's what I needed to do. Create a pop-up and give it a name. Don't do it now. Let me finish the whole pop-up, then give you time to do it, and then we go and do the remaining, okay? So what we need to do, we need an input, yeah, to have the title. So here we click, and we can call it title, yeah? So title. We don't go, that's just title, yeah? Title of the note. You can call it anything. Yeah, you didn't have to call it title, you call it anything there. Okay, then the other thing, what we will be doing is we need to add a multi-line input. This is single line input, but we need multi-line input because the node itself can be a bigger one. Didn't need this one here, move it somewhere, okay. Yeah, so this is the multi-line input. We'll call it multi-line body, yeah, of the node body, okay, just call it body. Okay, again, these names can be anything, but you need to be consistent. Okay, so we need to give space here for two buttons. One button here, we call it add, which will add the node, and we'll have another button beside it. You can drag it and drop it from there. We can call it cancel. Okay, that's it. So how I did this one, I created a pop-up, clicked here, draw something here, the pop-up came, I added input and I added multi-line. Now my pop-up disappeared. Where is it? The same thing I said last time. The pop-up is by default is hidden because it appears only when you ask it to appear, or show when you ask it to show. Most of the time it's hidden, yeah? So where it is, you will find it here in the element 3. If you click on element 3, you will find the pop-up there. If you click on it, it came there. Yeah. So what I need you to do now, do that pop-up, create a pop-up. You are staying in the index page. Remember, don't go to the header. We are in the index page. We create a pop-up. We go find pop-up here. We draw pop-up. We do add input box and then multi-input box. If you can't find it, it's below the input box. And then you add two buttons, one add here and one cancel. Okay, so while you do that, I'm looking at some of your questions. I can see some hands there. Now get ready if your hand is up. Let me do one thing with these hands. I will lower all hand, and those people who really want to raise hand, raise hand. Because if you raise hand, I'll give you a chance to speak. And I can see Talia. I don't know, sorry, Talia Ahmed. You can speak, unmute your microphone. Talia Hamid, your microphone, you can just unmute it, and then you can speak if you want. There is.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, yeah.
How can I upload it to Google Play or App Store? The website.
We will do this one next week. Sorry, we have a full module on how to deploy it to these app stores. We'll do that.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Then I have Shirali.
Yes. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, from yesterday, I was attending the workshop and I was trying to do that user entry pop-up. I created the pop-up, but I cannot open that pop-up when I will preview the page. So can you please guide me for that once again?
Yeah, I'll do. Now, if you follow what we're doing now with this pop-up we're creating, it will be the same process. You can apply it to the user pop-up.
Okay, sir. I will try it now also.
Yeah,
thank you,
very
sir.
good. Excellent. Thank you. This is good. Now I'm happy that people are able to, and good. Thank you for that. Okay, I have Huda.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, Professor.
Assalamu rahmatullah, Huda. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Very
Professor, I have a couple of questions. The first one is, how would we go about constricting what's allowed in a text type? Like, for example, if I want a username text field and like I don't want them to be able to add a question mark, for example, or if I want them to only be able to enter 5 letters.
Yeah. I'll explain this one later. It's one of the things on my agenda. Yeah, you can restrict certain characters on any field, saying this can be used and this cannot be used.
Okay, thank you. Another thing only, like you mentioned that we won't be able, nobody is able to see the note entries, even as an admin. Like right now, if I go to the database, I can see the users, which by the way, I'm wondering about the security of them. Like, are the passwords hashed? Where are they being stored? Yeah. Because I noticed I can see all the users except for their passwords.
Yeah.
But would I also see the notes?
Yeah, the note you will see if you are the admin. Of course, the admin will see everything because you go database in any platform. If you have access to the database itself and you are the administrator of the database, you will be able to see the whole record, except the password. The password is hashed, yes, and it's also not feasible. You cannot see it. Basically.
So it's being handled by Bubble themselves.
Yeah, handled by Bubble itself, yeah.
Oh. But would I be able to encrypt other data types? Like if I want to encrypt the notes, for example?
Yes, you can. Of course, you can. Yeah, there is a plugin you add there. It will encrypt for you the note, the images, or everything you want to encrypt. But that's a paid service. You add it using a service that you have to pay for it. There are 2 types of payment. One is you just pay once. If you look at all the Bubble plugins there, they have these two options. One is you just pay once, like you pay $20 or something, and you can use it forever, or you pay $3 every month or something like that. So you decide the way you want to do it. But there
I
are
see.
tools help you increment everything.
Okay, one other thing, please. For if statements, we went over it last time, conditions, but I noticed that you can do, for example, if the user is logged in, else if the user is logged out. What about how would we add that, you know, the open else? Like if, else if, and then like that open else, like regardless of any other thing. Could you please show that?
Yeah, I will show that. We will get some of these examples later when we deal with the database, not only with those actions related to users or to elements. There are on the database, when you filter data and you search for data, you can have very sophisticated type of conditions or filters using so many different parameters, and use and, or, and combination of and or.
Okay, inshallah. Thank you so much, Professor. Because I was also wondering, like, what the creator is doing, because it said in the node type creator is using, is the user, sorry. So I was wondering, like, how is that helpful and can we change it? But if we're going to get to the database, then I will ask that later, inshallah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate your questions. They're very good questions, by the way. Okay. The next one we have, should we just stop here and or I'll give one more, then we'll go. Shahana?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. So, like, when you were like explaining us in data types.
Yeah.
So in there, when you asked us to make note, and then you said there was something on your right side where you had to add the title and all that.
Yeah.
It's not visible for me. I just can't.
Let me, you see my screen?
Yeah. The other side on the right, which is like type name, body, and title, creator, modified date, and then also on the extreme right, that is also not visible for me.
Yeah, you don't have these things, yeah?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh, that's strange. You should have it. I think, I don't know why you didn't have it.
I've refreshed and I've done everything. I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah, but only the custom field that you add, you will have the option to give it a default or add some comments or delete it. But others, they are fixed.
It's the same thing. I don't know. I can't get it.
Oh, okay. Maybe you just do screen capture and send it to me, and we'll see what we can do. Or maybe allow you later to show me your maybe using different version as well. It depends on so many things. Okay, so I think all of you have done, and this is great. Thank you. Let me, who is here? Just, okay, so we have now our pop-up there, which here is the pop-up that you created, and hopefully you created this pop-up and you had no issues with creating it, yeah? But again, I said it will disappear. You will find it into these elements there. Now, how we can show this pop-up, get it to come on the screen? It should show when the user click on this icon, okay? Well, okay, so you click here, and then we go into start and edit workflow. You notice now you're getting familiar with this, because the same process. Again, you click on the icon, on this, in its properties, there start and edit workflow. Here, we want to show that element. What the element? The element is the pop-up, yeah? So I can click here, and then I go element action, I click on show, and find that element I want to show. What that element? This is the element, pop-up node. Notice bubble is very good. When you come anywhere, it will show you an image of the component that you're dealing with. See? So if you look, this is the form that we're dealing with, yeah? That's the pop-up, so I click on it. So basically, when the user now click here, that pop-up will come on the screen. How I can hide it? Hide the pop-up. I need to look at this pop-up. There are two places to hide it. One is I click add, which basically will just do a process to add the note, which we will go through that one, or cancel just to hide the note. Let's do cancel first. If I click on cancel and click on start workflow, now I am in another workflow, which you can read here. When button cancel is clicked, what will happen? I want to hide that element. So I click on element action. I go to hide. I need to specify that element, which again, the same element. Now, my application is working in terms of I click here, the pop-up comes, I click cancel, it cancels it. Yeah. So I can test it now and see if that is working. Yeah. Okay. Now, this one good thing here. You notice here, the user is not signed in. Yeah. But this one should not appear. It's working. Yeah. Click, it goes. Yeah. But this should not appear if the user is not logged in. If the user is not logged in, this icon should not appear. Only when he is logged in, we can allow him to create a note. He cannot create a note or she cannot create a note with it. So I go back here and click on this and add a condition to it. This will appear only when the user is logged in. So I click on it, I go to the condition and I click on define condition. The condition current user is logged in. And then what will happen? I will show the element. Otherwise, if the user is not logged in, show element is not selected. Okay, so we go back to test it, and I can test it directly from the other tab. You can see now that element gone because I'm not logged in. So let me log in first and log in, and this is my famous one. See, it appears now, and this one is working. But add is not working. If I do anything, I click add, it's not working. Yeah, because I didn't do a workflow for add. How I do the workflow for add? Go back here. I need to go to the pop-up and click on add and go back to appearance and click on start workflow. Now that add should add that new node to the database. It should create a new node. Okay, so what that means, click on here, go to the data and select create data, create a new thing. So I go into data and create a new thing. So I want to create a new node. Yeah, let me click there. And then what is the thing I'm dealing with? I'm dealing with note. Yeah, I want to create a note. So what I'm going to store in the note, I'm going to store the title and I'm going to store the body. Because my database, if I go back, has these two elements that primarily created by the system, but the others are automatic. These are automatic, these are by the user. So I go back to the workflow. Now I selected note, I'm going to change note or add notes. So have two fields here. The first field will be the title. So the title, where it will come from? It will come from the pop-up title, this one. We call it input title, yeah? So if I go back here and search for input title, that's it. So I'm taking the value. So that's very straightforward. The other one is body, and I'm going to use multi-input body value. So these are the two things. So I'm going to add the note. In the note, I'll add a title, I'll add a body. The title will come from this one, which I called it here input title. The body will come from this one, which I called it multi-input body. And with this one, my note is created, but the form will stay on the page. I need to hide that pop-up. So I can click here. After we added the data, we need to hide the pop-up. So we'll go to element action, hide. Which element we want to hide? The pop-up. We are ready now to do that, but you will ask the question, where is that note we're creating? I will do that. We'll create here my first note. Thank you for this, whatever it is, and this is the note, yeah? Now you can see this note is not really formatted. We'll come to that one. Life is step by step. We'll add. Now the note is added, but where it added? I can't see it on the screen. We will show it. Let's go to the database and see where is that note. Now this is our note. You notice here in the database, we have data type. We have privacy, which security, where we can later play with this one, add different security and allow different thing. We have app data. Yeah, app data. If I click on all node, you will see the node. This is the first node I added. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. I added, created this time. And this was the title of it. And created by this guy, me, who I created it that time. And that's it. So if I add another, now how I can get this data displayed on the page. So let me give you time to do the two things I need you to do. Then I will show you how we can display the data. We still have some time. I'll give you 5 minutes. No, what I want you to do, I want you to add an flow. So you need to show the pop-up on the page. Yeah, you click on add and then click start. Did I give you time to do cancel? I didn't give you time to do show. First do show. You click here, you go to start, you click here and select element show, and then you select that one. The other thing you need to do, you go into the pop-up, you click on this one, you click start, and then you select hide. How you do that? I'll do it again. You click here, you go to elements, hide, and then you select the pop-up. Okay, this one I want you to do. The last thing I want to do is add. You click on add, click start, and let me delete everything and do it one more time, because I believe repetition is always useful. So now here we need to store data. I go to data, create a new thing, and then the thing I want to create is note. I need to add two things. I need to add title, and the title will come from input title, value, and then body, multi-input body. See, if I leave it like that, I'll get an error because I have to say value. Yeah, that's done. And then I need to hide the form after adding data. So I click here, I go to element, I go to hide and select pop-up note. Now you are ready to test your app. So I want you to do this one. I'll give you a few minutes to do it, 4 minutes. You do it in 4 minutes, not more than 4 minutes. Show me that you can do it in 4 minutes. And while you do that, I'll put a question here for you. This is good. are going to talk about the best. I see some people already answering while I didn't. Now, very good. There are 4 who didn't, 5 who didn't do. Okay, maybe you're trying or you'll try later. The good thing, you can watch the video. You can see it's becoming very extremely slow. You can follow it step by step and do it again. But you need to do that. If you want really to learn this, you need to practice. And if I am you, I will do it, delete it, do it again, delete it, do it again, and then start doing something else. Think of how I can modify it and add additional thing. And now I'm mastering it, I can go to the next level. So it's always important you practice. So I'm very happy to see that 38 done this one today, 39, 40. From those who are participating, we have a large number of people maybe don't know how to get into this AHA slide again. I think Mahmoud put the link there. But for those who, again, some of them, your phone went to sleep mode because you didn't touch it for some time. Now, that's the link to the AHA slide for those who don't know how to access. I know some people come in the middle, they know what is this AHA slide, how I can add this. So it's always good. We display this on the screen from time to time. Okay, I think that's good number have done it. We'll continue going to, okay, I'm not sharing screen at that time. Okay, these are the people who managed to do the workflow. Now, the most powerful thing in Bubble is what we're going to talk about now. That's, I think, a little bit, but it's one of the great features that programmers will appreciate. If you are programming in any language, when you see this one, you will see it's really saving you huge of time, which I'm going to talk about it now. What that one is how to display the data in that table. So there's something called repeating group. Repeating group is a summary of database connections, loop that goes through all the records, table to display the data, all in one visual element. So again, where is that? This is the one, repeating group. If you go to repeating group, click on it and draw here, you will get something like this. You can see it telling you there's something you need to provide here, something you need to provide here. Okay, and it has number of rows. So you have here 4 rows. Let's make it maybe 8 rows. Now you can make it 8 rows. You can make it any number. I'll make it only 4. Okay. There are different layout. One of it vertical scrolling, which you will see, but there is also something called extended vertical scrolling. This is better than virtual scrolling, but you leave virtual scrolling, it will not make any difference now. Now, this one basically is the one who will display the data in the note. And we can format it, we can do many things with it. So first, we need to tell this component what data she will deal with. So type of content. So this one will deal with notes, yeah? It will deal with note. Note is what? Note is the database table that we have here, this one. So anything stored in note, this one now, this repeating group will be presenting, okay, as a content. So type of content is note. Now, what are the data? Where the data will come from? The data will come from the database, which we have here. Yeah, data can come also from external website, external database, or from another company who are providing us with this data. For example, if we want to find stock market, for example, we can connect to external one, they will give us access and we can get the data from there. So it can be from anywhere. So if when you click here, you will see a list of things. The current users, no, we're not doing current user. Search, where you can search for data from database, or get options, get data from external API, from another server. You do some calculation, you calculate based on certain formula and parameters. You can get it from other things. Now, the where we'll search for it from the database. So we need to go into the database and find the nodes that meet our conditions. And at the moment, we will just go for node only. We have no restrictions. Here, this is the constraint that we need to add. And this will come to it later if you want to make the node specific to that user. Until now, this node is general because our process did not do that. I need to do that. But let's do this and then I'll go and make the changes. So basically, this is what we did. We selected the data, the content. We went into the search here on this one. Let me delete everything. So went for do a search. And this is a process you will always deal with the repeated group. Not always, say 90% of the time. 90% of the time, you need to find data from your database that this will display. Then you need to go to do search. And when do search, you will go for node, which these two should match most of the time. These two should be the same. We can have some additional condition. Can say, for example, the title should be X or something like that. We're not going to do that, okay? Because we're simplifying it now. That's it. Now, this one now almost ready. So now it knows I am connected to the table node here, and I'm going to display everything in that node with no condition. That's what it is. Now, how we can get now the node appearing? We can use text input. So I click on text and add one here. Okay. So this text will show the title of the node. Okay. So how we can tell it, this is the title. We can click on here, and this you need to remember. With the repeating group, 90% of the time, you need to go for current cell. Yeah, 90% of the time, yeah? That means only few cases you would know exactly what it is. So we're going with current node, current cell node. That's a practice. Now in that current cell node, we're getting all the things that are here. If you look on the node, these are the things here. They are appearing in that. When I selected current cell node, here is it. We have the body, we have the name, we have the creator, we have the same thing, yeah? Plus some other things. We don't care now about those other things. We'll come to them later. We want to show the title, basically, and that's it. So this one now will show the title. Good. How we can show the body of the node? Again, same thing. Take this text and put it a little bit bigger like this. Bigger, smaller, doesn't make difference. Click here. The 90% things we do, we go to first one, cell node in the repeating group. Then we go for body. Now we are ready to test ours. Let's go and test it. See, this is the node I added. Now, if I add another node, I'll call it, okay, it will appear there. As much as I add node, it will continue appearing. Now there's something wrong with our form, but we will fix it, yeah? So these are the nodes coming and appearing here, yeah? Now the problem with these nodes are not attached to this user, yeah? If anyone else logging to this page, he will see the same node. but we need to link the node to the user. Now, before we do that, let me give you a chance for a few minutes to create the repeated group. And I'll do it again so you can do it with me. Okay, deleted everything. So I need to go to repeating group, put something here, leave it as it is, select from here node because it will display node, and then go and search for node. And that's it, yeah? Then inside this one, I'll add a text here for the title. I'll say cell node title, and I will go there, add another one, bigger one. I made it just bigger because cell node body. That's it. Now, what I can do more if I want to, I want it to look better, but later we'll do the better one. Yeah. Now, do this, please, in 3 minutes. And let's come back and fix our node to make them really proper nodes. Okay. So while you do that, I'm back here to look at this one and see what questions we still have. Sir, when I get sign out, I'm not able to sign in again. I didn't think, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. If you're talking about bubble, then you need to remember the password. Now, sign in and sign out with Google. You will not have any issue because you always remember your Google account. Yeah, so don't create username, password, or whatever. But now, if you're talking about the app you created, or you're talking about Bubble itself, yeah. If the app you created and you cannot sign out, you can sign out, because if you look at my app here, maybe you don't know that you are signed out. Now I am in my app now. I know I am signed in. You know why I know I am signed in? Because I can see logout. If I click here, it will log me out. Now see, our code is wrong. This one should not display if the user is not logged in. And that's something we need to fix, similar to what we did last time. We'll do it now. Okay, sign in. Then I click on log in. Yeah, you cannot sign in. This is a mistake someone will do. If you click here, you are in the sign up. You are in the sign up, not in the sign in. You need to click on log in to log in. Yeah, first time you use it, you sign up. Second time, you log in. You don't sign up. If you can't remember your password, you select send me. It will send you your password. Send you an email with your password, with a way to change your password. So it has also a mechanism of changing password for people who can't remember. Okay, now let me fix you back. You done? I think you are done with this repeating group. This repeating group is amazing. Now, the good thing in the repeating group, you can add images, you noticed one thing. I ignored second one, third one, fourth one. I was working only on the first one. The repeating group, you just need to configure the first row. The others will automatically be done. But one thing you can make a mistake if you are outside and you assume you are inside. Yeah. If I come and add a text somewhere here outside, it's not going to be considered part of the group. It has to go inside until I see this red. See this red coming in? See when it's inside? So you need to make sure it's a member. And how you know? If you click on it, you can move everything together. If you have a case where they are not moving together, you added, I'm just showing you some practices people can make a mistake in it. You added this one here, and I'm thinking now this one is part of it. You just go to the repeating group. See, it's not moving with it. It's not part of it. Yeah, so I have to bring it inside. Once it's inside, now it will move with it. So this is the thing. Things has to be within the group. And we do only the first set. Now let's add the condition. Remember, we said this one should not show data if the user is not logged in. Again, this condition is very useful. Click condition. If we say current user is logged in, then we can say make it visible, and then if current user is not logged in, don't make it. Okay, and this way now, if we run, we will find when I am signed. I'm not signed in, it's not appearing. As soon as sign in, click here. What's the time? We still have 7 minutes. We need to do lots of things in 7 minutes. I hope you are enjoying it. And you started to get, now I use? Okay, is it? I don't know if I create another one. Oh, because I requested change the password. Let's go login, request password change. I'll show you the process of changing the password, which again is nice one. So I clicked on this one. Now it will go and send me an email. Where is my Gmail account? Oh yeah, here is the email. I'm sure you had the same thing. Where I stopped. Share screen. So I received this one saying from someone tried to change. I can customize this whole message. I can click now here on this one. It will take me to a page. It's like proper changing password. So this one, what should be the new password? So you have a mechanism to change your password as well. Okay. Not valid password. I think I did something wrong. Okay, because I requested, I need to request it again. Okay, no worries, leave that one here. Okay. Let's do what I want to show you more. Okay. So we said now the form we created, if you look at our database, which I want you to know now, this node we have, it has body, has a title, but it has nothing to do with the user, which user this one belong to. Yeah. So which user it belong to? It's not there. Now this is the users, and let me, oh, someone is using, oh, this is very good. This is all things I created, yeah? These things I created, okay. Let me delete this user. Let me delete my users, which I created. I deleted my users. Let me come here and log out. Okay. I'll just make sure I log in, then I'll show you what I mean by this. Okay, so let's sign up because I changed already the password, deleted the user. sign up. Good. Okay, your Google session has expired. Try again. There's something being wrong with this login. Oh yeah, it's there. Good, it's there. Now what I want to do, if you look at the note, it has nothing to do with the user. It has something called creator here, which have been deleted. Now let's delete all these notes which I created. I can delete it. Now how I do that? I go back database, I go into app data, I'll go in all note, and I want to delete all this data. So I click on this checkbox here and click delete. I want to delete them and start fresh in my app. So if we go back to the app, there are nothing there. Okay. Why I'm doing that? Because I want to fix something in my software. My software now is not attaching node to that user. Okay. So there are two ways to do it. One is this window keeps coming down and okay. So if I go back to the database and I go to the node, although we have a creator here, let's add another one called owner. And the owner will be, who is the owner of that node? Will be a user type. The owner is a user type. Yeah. So we're creating a new field called owner, which at the user type. Now, every time we create a node, the person who is logged in, his or her account will be attached to that node. Now, how we do that? We need to fix the workflow. So let me go to the workflow. In the workflow, and if I go back to the design first, in the workflow, I want to show the pop-up. This is the pop-up, and I have this flow when the user add data. So if I click here and go to that workflow. Now, create node. I have two things. I need to add to this one the user. So I click here, I go to the owner, who's the user, and select from here current user. What does it mean? Every time a node is created, attach the current user to that node. Okay? And this one will make sure the node is related to that user. That's one thing we do. Now, if I run this one again now, and let me create a new node, I call it node 1. Here is my first node, and click add. It's added there. It also added to that one. If I go here to the database and look at app data, I'll find the user is also attached to it. Where is the user? The user is hidden here. So I click on this one to add some additional information with the owner. Yeah. Now I can see the owner is this guy. So every time he creates a node, his account will be added. So anyone create a node, his node data will be added there. This is good, but still we have an issue. This one now still has no restrictions. It can display any node. Why don't we restrict it to show only node related to that user? So we click on it, we go to the search, this one, search node. Now here we can add restriction, say, if the owner is equal to the current user. That's it. Now this node is attached to that user. So if I run here, I refresh this one, I logged in with this user, I have node 1. Let me log out and assign with another user, and then see if I see the node. The other user will be Odabi, H Odabi. Okay, let's use this one, and I'll use this account. This one, I can't remember the first one. Okay, I should always do this. Okay, Now, when I'm logged in here, I have no notes. I don't see that note because that note belongs to the other user, not to this user. See? So always, now we control who will see the thing. If I log in again with the other user, which I can't remember now the password, let me see if I can remember the password. No, I need to log in. I should use the same password always. Yes, see, I see the note because the note belongs to this user, not to the other user. So we added restrictions here now. How we did that? We clicked here, we went into the node, we added a restriction. We can add as much as we need restrictions, and not only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So if the current user is this user, so now it's filtering data. Now there is one more thing called filter. If we do filter as well, it will get us more. It's what Huda was talking about, but we'll look at it later. But now we restricted data coming here to be related to nodes of the current user. So only this user will see his node there and no one else. Of course, if we share it with someone else, we can add another condition saying this node you belong to you or shared with you. Yeah, shared with you. And that's something else we can work on it next time. I know we already 4 minutes above the time, but I hope you today enjoyed it. You learned more things. I can see still, although we already passed the time, still people there. And please watch the recording, do the exercises, repeat the same thing. Today went very slow, I think. I hope the speed was fine and you were happy with this one. Next time we'll ask your feedback and we'll make some adjustment and we will move ahead. I can see the questions coming from Q&A as well, which we didn't get a chance to answer it. But most of it, I'm looking at it, there's nothing significant there. Okay, so thank you everyone and have a great time and see you tomorrow. Bye for today.